Look at the map. Where were you when it happened?
I don't remember.
When you came round, did you see people?
Yes.
What were they doing?
They were dead.
John, thank you very much. It's a wonderful movie, and it's a pleasure to me to talk to you today.
Thank you.
Art makes us immortal. What can you say about your own work as a director on crafting your own immortality?
A nice simple question to start with. I find the idea that pouring one's emotion into what you're making as authentically and as vulnerably as you can to be the central work of making anything of value, because you have a chance, and that's no more than that, of it communicating itself to another individual in another culture at another time. Whereas if you try and craft something that is simply going to be successful or that is going to be sold for a lot of money, it feels to me that that's the wrong way to make something. And I think that what I loved about the book and what we tried to capture in the film is Donna's celebration of the idea that somewhere in the middle of the creation of a work of art, as opposed to us crafting a film, and they're two different things, right? But the creation of a work of art, like, you know, Fabricius painting the goldfinch, somewhere in there is an act of generosity, which is, it's separate to what the art world values it as. It's literally priceless. It's beyond pricing, and that there is, in some sense, the journey of young Theo is towards realizing that actually, you know, the idea of trying to consume something, trying to hold on to it, in his case, keep it locked up, something which is made to be seen in light, is a crime against the essence of that piece of creation.
What we both went through.
I know you were there, and I know what else was in that room. The goldfinch.
The Goldfinch is all about the characters. What does playing Larry and Alexandra allow you to explore as an actor?
Well, I mean, I think playing characters like Larry and Xander, you definitely get to, you know, explore kind of what it's like to kind of be, you know, someone who's kind of not honest, living on the fringes, kind of a destructive couple, not only to themselves but to each other, and, you know, then you see them acting kind of destructively towards Oakes' character Theo. So I think they're kind of dark, so you get to kind of explore kind of darker themes, which is always interesting.
How about you?
I am sort of interested sometimes in playing characters that you know, don't lead with their nobility, and that their moral compass is a little bit wacky. Not because I think they're great people or someone I would aspire to be necessarily, but I do understand people who are motivated by, you know, their own survival, and there's, you know, there was something sort of animalistic about them that I could understand.
Before and after. Everything is before and after. In the middle is the painting.
And you were looking to play Cassandra.
I did. I wanted to play the part really desperately.
Why?
When I was reading the book, I just found her to be incredibly complicated. There was obviously a lot more Larry and Xander in the book than there is in the movie, so when I was reading it, it just felt like a really fascinating character, and somebody whose pain I felt I understood, and whose desperation I felt I understood. And, you know, I had read the book a long time ago. I was in a different place in my life and in my work life, and I sort of understood the idea of a person who was sort of desperate to do anything to have, you know, her little slice of life look the way she wanted it to. And I seemed to feel some kind of connectivity.
It was really interesting to see how, you know, an actor like Sarah could distill, you know, obviously, like she was saying, there was much more of these two characters in the book, so how do you get that feeling of the characters from the book into, you know, fewer scenes that are in the movie? And she really seemed to kind of capture that spirit just in these, in the roles that we did, the roles from the book. She was able to kind of distill into these scenes that we were in, which I found really interesting. It wasn't so like, gosh, didn't have enough time to didn't get to portray this or didn't get to portray that or show this scene or that scene. She was able to kind of get it all into the work that we did.
Who took the pain?
It was my fault she died.
I would have given it back. I swear.
De película.